Hey y'all, welcome back to the Wednesday of the Reboot. Today we got another Reborn episode. Alright, so I already got this guy done. Kylo, well, you clicked on it, so there's no mystery. Kylo Ren. Bam! Reborn Kylo Ren. Just a concept straight off the dome. What if Kylo came back type of thing, and I got him looking all zombie-like and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to break this thing down, tell you guys all the stuff that I use, how I did it, so on, what the thought process was in this crazy brain of mine of throwing him in the Lazarus pit. And is that how you say it, Lazarus pit? Right, DC, Lazarus pit, when they bring people back all the time in DC. So, yes, bam, got him. Got some tubes hooked up. I thought that'd be cool, just add tubes to him. Anyway, we're going to check this out. And then there's going to be toy photography at the end. So stay tuned all the way to the end. So I'm trying to do some fun stuff with the photos. And yeah, thank you. And here we go. Alright, so we have Kylo right down here in front of us. Make sure we get the right light on him. Alright, now, for Kylo, I use the head sculpt from Kylo. Bam! I'm not sure which one this was, but I did use some of the technical red blood that I have to fill in that scar. This stuff works really good for the red on the scar, and then around the eyes, I used a little bit of a clear, it's like a contrast purple right here from Citadel. It works out really well. I do that around the eyes. Also with a little bit of this right here. I put this down first. This kind of gives it a gloss also. So when I do the eyes, I want to have a little bit of gloss. So I use this. This also helps to line the eyes a little bit, kind of look like an eyeliner in a way. And the purple helps because I wanted to make him look a little bit more sickly, like he's a zombie, like he just came out. He just got reborn, right? So he's got to look a little bit crazy. And then on his face, I also used a little bit of this. And it brought out, like in a weird way, it made like the tone of his face more dead looking, if that makes any sense. Not yet a zombie, but you know, he just got brought back. So I wanted to make sure that I had his lightsaber. I wanted to kind of chop it up a little bit and make it look like it's burnt out. It's like a relic, but it's still in his hand. So definitely got that look that I was going for. And then I actually reached out to Johnny Osage. He was actually doing a live, and I jumped in his live on Instagram, and I asked him, like, what would you use? And he said to hit it with some blues. So I did hit it with a little bit of the Tamiya powder right here. And I used a little bit of this blue. Now these, they kind of go on with like a little bit. You can use like a little tiny brush, or you can use the makeup type applicators to put it on. Whatever you feel works for you. But these are really nice. They stand well against the clear coat. So before I start doing the weathering, I usually do a clear coat with the Mr. Super Clear right here. Then after I weather it, I do another coat, and like I always say, I stay about 16 inches to 2 feet away and just kind of give it a nice if that makes sense, do that, but do it from far away. So just, and I also, that was another thing I want to touch on is that I put his head down when I spray it, so that gloss that I put in the eyes is still there, but his body is getting all of that, it's all falling down onto him. So did the backpack. This is off of one of the old Evolve guys, I believe. He has a beard. I just wanted something that Kylo could plug into, and I wanted on his helmet so he has tubes. And I just thought that'd be a cool idea if he's back. Maybe he needs like a breathing apparatus, something like Vader a little bit, or kind of like his helmet always has been. But you never saw any tubing or anything. Like how Vader had like that respirator thing on his front chest, which I'm not sure how that's hooked to his helmet, but it is. But Kylo never had that, so I thought it'd be cool if I did that. So, and I wasn't sure on the colors. I was thinking gold because he had silver, and I was like, what about red? We'll do glossy black for the eyes, inside the eyes there on the visor, so that it shines when, you know, you get the right look at it. If the light's hitting it just a certain way, you get that shine. And then the tubes right here, I used this stuff from Hobby Lobby, $1.99, and yeah, it looks and feels, it's pretty pliable, and it's pretty great stuff, and it's pretty cheap. It's not too expensive at all. For straps on him, like I always use these right here. You can get Joint Fabrics. Bam! They have really nice detail in them. And I use that on his legs for the armor, and then for his little satchel. Use first order armor, obviously. The whole upper, I think the whole body is actually first order. This isn't the new figure, which I would love to get my hands on one, but I had one of these already. And with the Kylo head that I had also, I thought it'd be a good match. This one, I believe, is actually, this head is actually, if I remember correctly, it's a little bit one of the heavier ones, so I had to drumble it out a little bit. And this is how we do this. This is how it sticks in. It goes like so. I put a little bit of tack putty in there so that these can stay in. I probably should have drilled the holes longer, and it wouldn't have been so difficult to keep in there. But no, they stay in there pretty well. I got some tack putty in there, so you just kind of got to press it until it kind of connects with that. I'm sure there's a better way that you could do that, but that's the way I did it. And yeah, Kylo just kind of looks like that. And then his head won't come off. It's on there pretty good. And nothing. All right, so on his hand, the first order glove isn't the actual one that I was going with when I was taking pictures, but it is a good alternate. The only thing is, if I can get it out, that's what happened, is that it broke inside of there. So I'm still gonna send this. I'm gonna try to glue it together again, but the peg actually is snapped. So my idea was always I thought it'd be cool if he had that glove, but I did paint up this awesome, really cool hand so that it's weathered up and stuff to match his face. So it could look like he's doing some of the Force stuff. Bam! I did put a picture on Instagram where he's doing something like that with the Force, and I painted the nails on it yellow, did some blood around there, like not blood, but like that red look of the skin if you were dead, you know. I'm also going to be sending, this is going out to my buddy Jaime. Check him out on social media. I'll drop his link down in the description. This one's actually for him, and I really appreciate him wanting this one. This is some just crazy off the top of my head concept like normal. I'm going to be sending these two gloves, so he has a fisted one and then an open hand one, and they do plug in really well. I might actually hit him with a little bit of weathering. Yeah, and those plug in pretty good. They look alright sitting in there. So he's got the fisted hand, which you can use, or you can have the open hand over there. I'm still going to send the first order glove with this, and you know, maybe he can mess around with it and see if it's something that he wants to keep in there or not. He could always get another first order hand and add it to it, but I figured since it's not exactly what I wanted it to work and not break, that I want to be sending one his way. Actually, I'm going to trim this real quick. There we go. Now it fits in there better. So yeah, I just wanted him to have some alternate hands and stuff. And yeah, so Jaime, if you're watching, if this isn't in there good enough, you can always trim that with a little X-Acto. Just make it a little bit shorter if you want. I'm still going to send this hand that I really wanted to work. I just don't have another first order hand, and it'd be weird if I give him like a clone hand or something. I looked, guys. I looked long and hard. I looked through all these hands. I even looked at other troopers. I don't have any more first order troopers, which is weird. I know, it's one of my favorite troopers. So, and then for the belt right here, used it's a Ghostbusters belt, and then I just kind of did some of the colors would look for Star Wars. I did some blue and red on there. This fabric right here is actually part of a weird pattern that I have camo and American flag colors together, but I also did it around the neck because I kind of thought it gave it like a weird, in my head, like a pilot type style, like astronaut maybe type of feel. And I just thought it'd be really cool to have that in there. And I just think that he turned out really good. Soft goods, I did red, and like I said in the last video, I will be doing a soft goods tutorial once I get it down to where it's nice and smooth for me to do where you could follow along and it makes sense, then I'll be jumping into that. He still moves pretty good. Like, he's still pretty good moving figure considering that he's wrapped in cloth, you know what I mean? So he still moves really well. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to take some pictures of him. And the best part is that at some point in time here, it'll be in the hands of someone who is really going to enjoy this. And I think, you know, that's a pretty important thing. It makes me feel pretty good about spending so many hours on this guy for fun. Thanks again for watching, guys. If there's anything I missed, let me know. Oh, for the gold, I used some of the gold pen. Bam, right here. I know it's kind of long, but I wanted to break it down without having to do a tutorial. And I will be doing more tutorials, but this way I can put out more customs and show you guys more stuff without me having to, you know, spend a day editing up a video and stuff. I can spend more time painting away. So thanks again. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking it all out. We got Kylo's head, boop, right there. I think he turned out really cool. So I'm putting him on a B-roll, and then there's gonna be some toy photography. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Again, thanks Jaime for letting me get weird on your custom here and doing something crazy. I think Kylo turned out really cool, and I can't wait to take some photos. And remember, guys, be kind to one another. Here's some toy shots. Hey, I'm weathering up these hands real quick, so I want to make them look fancy and cool. I figured I'd show you guys. See, the video's never over. I did a little bit of blue inside the hands here, a little bit there. Did some orange across, and then hit it with a little bit of like this soot type color to kind of kill the colors a little bit, kind of dye them down. But still, give them a cool, fancy hand. See, look, we do a little bit of blue in here. I said I wasn't going to do a tutorial. I can't help myself. Hit it with a little bit of orange on the high parts. A little bit of blue here, and then go over the whole thing with a little bit of this brown. Anyway, but the reason why I turn this back on is I forgot to show the baton. I took a first order baton, since that's Kylo's crew, and I painted it up. Just a little bit black. But I thought it was cool, just have a flat black thing. I also hit it with some stuff, but it kind of came off. Powder came off. What the heck? Anywho, back to the photos.